We're all constantly retrieving memories throughout the day. You're remembering where you parked your car, or if you fed the cat, or called your mom because it's her birthday. You'll remember from last week that while our implicit memories, like how to talk and ride a bike, are dealt with on a mostly automatic and non-conscious level, our explicit memories, the chronicles of our personal experiences and general knowledge, often require conscious, effortful work. Bernice had to notice, encode, store, and later consciously retrieve details about the crime she witnessed. What color was the guy's jacket? What did he look like? What did he steal? And where did he run? It takes a lot of work to retrieve memories from long-term storage, and the truth is, a lot can go wrong along the way. Our memories are not like books in the library of your mind. You don't just pluck a neatly packaged memory right off the shelf about where you left your phone. Instead, your memories are more like a series of interconnected associations that link all sorts of diverse things as bits of information get stuck to other bits of information. Like, maybe Bernice remembers that the night of the crime was chilly with a full moon and that Beyonce was on the radio and the fruit truck had plates from California, which is where her grandfather lives. All those bits of information in the web of memory, the weather, the song, the plates, can serve as retrieval cues, kind of like a trail of breadcrumbs leading back to a particular memory. The more retrieval cues you inadvertently or intentionally build along the way, the better you can backtrack and find the memory you're looking for. This way of activating associations non-consciously is called priming, sometimes called memoryless memory. It's how invisible memory.
For example, if I said wash, how would you complete this word fragment? Most would see soap, but had I just shown you the word eat, you'd be more likely to see soup. In this way, both eat and wash prime your thoughts. Though System 2 likes to think that it's in charge and knows what's going on, the truth is that priming effects have even been shown to affect and modify behavior. These arise in System 1, and you have no conscious access to them.
Priming is often how you jog your memory. This kind of recall is sometimes referred to as context-dependent memory. Say you're reading in bed, and you want to underline a quote, but you don't have a pen. Well, you get up and you go to the other room to find your special light-up Hello Kitty pen, but you get distracted and suddenly you find yourself in the kitchen. You're like, why mind? Why am I in the kitchen? What is here? Why am I? There was and I don't know, but I'm here now, and it's only when you retrace your steps and return to bed to the initial context where you read that quote and encoded that first thought of wanting that pen that the memory comes back. And then you're like, oh, I need to go get the pen. If some memories are context-dependent, others are state-dependent, and also mood-congruent. This just means that our states and our emotions can also serve as retrieval cues. Another funny memory retrieval quirk speaks not to our location or emotions, but to the order in which we receive new information. So, say you make a grocery list in the morning, but a few hours later, you're at the store, you realize you left it at home. You'd be more likely to recall the first items on the list, bananas and bread, and the last items, pickles and cheese, than anything in the middle. This is known as the serial position effect. This might be because the early words benefited from what's known as the primacy effect and made it into your long-term memory because they were rehearsed more. Meanwhile, the last words lingered in the working memory through the recency effect. But those poor middle words, they didn't benefit from either effect and therefore escaped your brain, which is why you now have no toilet paper. But even with all these tricks and associations, things still go wrong. Memory can fail or become distorted, and of course we forget things. Of course, we all forget things, and typically we do it in one of three different ways. We fail to encode it, we fail to retrieve it, or we experience what psychologists call storage decay. Sometimes forgetting something just means it never really got through your encoding process in the first place. We can't call it up on demand because of retrieval failure.